Hey everyone, Brandon from Brandon's Baseball Cards here. Hope you're all doing well. Been a busy week or so. Went out of town this weekend and visited some of my wife's family and had a nice time doing that. But I'm back now, and there's been a video that I've been wanting to do for a little while now, and it relates to two things I've talked about previously on this channel. And that's one is PWCC and the other is Sports Collectors Digest, which is a magazine that I still subscribe to. I don't know how many other people still do, or how big their subscriber base really is. It's like people that get the newspaper delivered, right? It's really not that many people anymore. But this is an outlet that has been around for a long time. And generally speaking, it's an outlet that does a lot of softball stories, right? A lot of feel-good stories about the hobby, people that collect, that type of thing. And in the past, I've been critical of Sports Collectors Digest because they were virtually silent about the trimming scandal, right? When that broke with the whole PSA, PWCC trimming scandal broke, they had no reporting on it, didn't say anything about it. And I emailed one of the assistant editors at Sports Collectors Digest and inquired about why this hadn't been reported on, and I was pretty much just dismissed. But what makes it interesting is they're actually not opposed to doing, a little bit more of what we would call hard news or hard reporting. In the January 2021 issue, January 1st, 2021 issue, they did a deep dive into this Russell Wilson autograph forgery ring, right? And they did a deep dive into the investigation and who they think is behind the forgeries and all kinds of stuff. And it was really a well-done piece. But when it comes to our favorite auction house, PWCC, they just come across like a propaganda arm for PWCC in their reporting. And it's really getting on my nerves, to tell you the truth. They reported on the auction house opening, PWCC's new auction house, in a previous issue. But in the most recent issue of Sports Collectors Digest, which is the November 1st, 2021 issue, if you do get this, they have this little one-page story about their monthly auctions. And it sounds like propaganda for this company. I'm just going to read a little bit of it so you can get the gist and kind of, it's basically, this is the vibe of the entire article, okay? PWCC launches new monthly auction. Fast-paced extended bidding creates fun, exciting event. That's the title. PWCC Marketplace takes pride in doing things differently and breaking new ground in the sports card industry. The largest trading card seller on eBay for the past decade, it was the first to create a vault for collectors to store their most valuable cards. It has brokered record sales for some of the highest-selling cards in the industry. Now it has designed a new, fast-paced way to conduct monthly auctions. It's different, just like everything we do at PWCC, said Jesse Craig, PWCC's Director of Business Development. We don't necessarily follow the industry norms, and I think it's had a lot of success. I'm throwing up. This is just ridiculous. The article does talk about how now they have all these protections to stop shill bidding and how they care very much about avoiding shill bidding. But this is it's just freaking PR for PWCC. It's like a public relations campaign in a media outlet, for this company. It's all it is. And it's in the previous articles that they've done on this, it's the same thing. It's really just aggravating. Really aggravating. And it makes me wonder just, how much influence does PWCC have over these type of outlets, right? But given the size of the auction house and everything that goes with that and the money involved in PWCC, is Sports Collectors Digest just terrified of ruffling feathers in that way, right? They'll do coverage of a forgery ring, right, when it doesn't involve a heavy hitter in the industry, when it's just some a guy with a criminal record who's, scamming people with fake Russell Wilson autographs. But when it's actually, hundreds of millions of dollars in fraud, they're silent. And to me, it's just ridiculous. I don't really have an answer here, and I don't really have anything else to say at this point. But Sports Collectors Digest, get your shit together. If any of you are subscribed to Sports Collectors Digest and you watch this, again, I don't know how many people still subscribe, but I encourage you to write them and ask them what gives with their propagandistic bullcrap reporting of PWCC. PWCC has such a tarnished reputation, and they have so much work to do to rebuild trust in the community. They don't need Sports Collectors Digest or other outlets being their little propaganda arm, which is what they currently, it seems like they are. I will be back with another video soon, a little bit more positive video. I actually have a rack pack coming in the mail, should be Thursday, a cool vintage rack that I got directly from Baseball Card Exchange, their website a few days ago. So excited about that. I'll be back with that video soon, and hopefully more. Keep collecting vintage unopened baseball.